So welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Gayle and this is a home practice yoga class. You might have your own practice, be able to search and enjoy some of the poses we'll do today. Maybe you've never tried yoga before, and so it's a chance to just settle down, maybe relax, maybe settle into your breath. It's very calming for the mind, pretty good for these times. This class will go for around about 20 minutes. I've got my music just hooked up to my earbud. So put on some good music and make sure you've got some space to work in. I'm going to use a prop today. I'm going to just use a book. Hopefully you might be able to find one at home. We'll just see what we can do with this. In the meantime, let's just do a standing meditation. So feet underneath the hips, just come up onto the toes a little bit, settle in. Placing your hands by the side, sorry I'm just holding my charms here, and bring the palms to face me. Keep holding the palms there, chin up, chest up, and let's begin this session. And so the chimes indicate that we're at the start of the class, and if I remember, we'll put them on at the end of the class as well. Let's take a couple of breaths in and talk about your limitations. Maybe you've got some injuries. Maybe you're just not feeling that great today. Take a nice, deep, slow breath in. Notice how that feels. And you might already feel that your neck and your shoulders are a little bit tight. I invite you to just explore your body. And so you don't have to do all of the class. Maybe just some of it will suit you today. I'll give you lots of options. But this is all about you practicing within the boundaries of your safety. Making sure that your body feels good and your mind feels good as well. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, palms towards each other. And just place your hands in your heart space. A little bit of pressure here. Lift up the chest and rock slowly forward onto the balls of your feet. You might be able to lift up the heels. Maybe that doesn't suit you. Since nobody can see you, it doesn't really matter what you look like. It's all about the feel in yoga. So as we rock forward and back, maybe breathing in as the heart space lifts, the heels lift. And as we descend, breathing out, maybe flexing those toes, just getting a real feel for connection with the mat. Try one more. Deep breath in now. Stay up on the heels. And then when you're ready, breathe in again and lift your hands. A little bit of a morning stretch. I've got my arms apart, not that you can see, but there you go. Palms facing the floor now. You see there's my thumbs. Breathing out. Let's scoop up some more energy. Breathing in, stretching, and then breathing out and slowly descending. So if you're way ahead of me, maybe try 4 counts to breathe in, 4 counts to breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Try a couple at your pace. 4 counts to breathe in. We'll just go slow. And 4 counts to breathe out. Again, the slower you go, the more control that you have to provide. So in the gym world, they call it time under tension. You can feel that tension, even though we're just warming up. 1 more. The slowness allows us to be a bit more mindful, really exploring what it feels like to move in the room. And just have a little bit of a wiggle, relax the arms, relax the legs. Come up to the front of your mat. Oh, you can almost see my head, but there you go. Breathe in and just bump those hips back. So we're just sitting down, your little chair. Imagine you've gone camping. You're sitting on your imaginary chair. Take a little breath in now. Lift up. Straighten the legs. And breathe out. Now I'm going to move back on my mat just so you can see all of me. Stay where you are, right up at the top of your mat. Breathing out as the heart lowers. Breathing in as the heart rises. Slowly breathing out. Breathing in. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in again. And breathe out. This time we're going to breathe in, breathe out, and find our way into a kneeling lunge. So descend a little bit and then breathe out when you're ready. Drop the hands. This is why you're at the front of the mat. Bend your knees as enough as you can so that you've got a little bit of balance on the fingers, a little bit on the toes. And then think about your right foot. I'm going to try and mirror you today. So extend that foot. I've run out of room. Bring the knee down and readjust your feet. Give yourself enough space. Breathe in now and breathe out. Descending all the way to the mat. Breathe in, heart lifting a little bit. Breathe out, forward fold. Bump the knees forward. We're going to breathe in, lifting, and breathe out, back to the start. Let's try that on the other side and just see where we go. Exploring the breath, exploring the body. So breathing in, lift up, breathe out and settle into your little chair. Breathe in again, lift, and breathe out all the way to the floor. Thinking about your left foot this time. Extend the left foot slowly, slowly. Remember the number 4. Bring that knee down to the floor. Untuck your back toes and maybe adjust that front foot. Maybe you're a little bit squished up like I am today. Take a nice breath in here. And as we breathe in, imagine a little bit of a stretch here. Squeeze the glutes, hips are forward. Breathe out when you're ready. 4 counts to the floor. Tuck your toes in. Breathing in. And then breathe out. See if you can take 4 counts here. Breathing in. All the way up, hands together, and then breathe out. Back into Anjali Mudra, back to the start. So I'm going to do 2 more rounds, one on your right and one on your left. Don't worry about the breathing too much, it's just to slow down the mind so you're not thinking about the outside and where you should be and what you should be doing. So when you're ready, join me, breathing in, hands together, and breathing out, come to your forward fold. Take as much time as you can. Breathing in, 1 foot up, bend the knee, stretch out and land. Breathing out, untuck the toes, knees down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in again. Nice long stretch, and breathe out and see if you can take 4 counts. See, I've got my hands in front, more weight on the hands, bending the knees, tuck that knee, keep it right close to the chest. On your next breath in, at least 4 counts, or just as slowly as you can, all the way back to the start. One last time, breathing in, breathing out. Come and try your forward fold. Now your knees might be soft, they might be a little straighter than mine. Just don't make them snap back. I want to keep that softness. Breathing in, taking 1 foot back, enjoying that feel of the nice long stretch. Breathing out, knee comes down, switching on the tummy, untuck the back toes. Breathing out again. Come and find your runner's stretch again. And breathing out, bend the knee, knee to chest, slowly with that foot. Breathe in, curling up the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands together and guide them back down to your heart. A little bit of a press, something to lever you up against your chest. So we're sort of pressing and lifting the chest, tucking in that chin. And then have a little bit of a shake out. So let's explore that chair pose again. We've been warming up. Hopefully you're a little bit warmer. It's a cold day out there today for me. This time we're going to have the feet a little closer. Now see whether that feels okay for you and your body. You might start to come into chair and it's a little bit too much for the hips or maybe your knees. In that case, just take the feet apart. All is good. A little bit of a challenge. So I've got my feet fairly close together. I'm going to come to the top of the mat. I'm going to breathe in, hands up, and come into my chair pose. So I'm trying to keep my heels down. If I had my heels up, I could sort of do a very nice little pose there. Take the hands out and behind you, really pressing hips back. There's my little chair, hips pressed back, and I can actually lift my toes. Going to clasp my hands and lift the chest again. See if you can get that roll feeling of the shoulders. Can you descend maybe just a little more? And try tucking the chin in, find a little bit of length at the back of the neck. From here, coming into a forward fold. So chest towards the thighs. Keep those knees bent. Lifting up the hands just as far as it feels comfortable. And if this isn't for you, a couple of options. I can actually open the hands, or I can take the hands apart and get a really nice stretch by lifting my thumbs. Breathe out. And see if you can find your forward fold. So lifting up the hips just a little. Maybe lifting up one heel at a time. When you're ready, starting to descend the hips, chest coming up, tummy really switches on now, lifting up everything as slowly as you can. Turn the thumbs out, lift up the chest and close your eyes. It's going to test your balance. Remember, we're practicing at home, so you need to make sure that you feel safe. If closing the eyes doesn't suit you, have them nice and soft and just gaze at a spot on the wall. Find your drishti. We've got one more round. So when you're ready, opening the eyes. Let's breathe in, lift up the arms. And this time, a little bit of something extra, lift the heels. I'm on a very spongy mat. This ought to be exciting. As you breathe out, come and find your chair. The slower you go, the more you can control the body movement. Stay right here, scoop in a little bit of breath. And then start to descend the arms. Clasping hands. Remember the option. And remember, don't have to have 2 feet heels up. Maybe one at a time is going to be a real challenge for you. Let's see if we can breathe out now. Scooping up. Lifting up. Woo! Up onto the toes, stretch. Hands apart. Heels down. Take a nice deep breath in. Closing the eyes. Noticing how that feels. Noticing all the energy in your torso, in the chest. Breathing out, lower the hands, take the feet apart. Let's find our book. So, tissue boxes are good, very priceless at the moment. I've got a book and I'm going to just use that as my prop today. So I'm going to take my feet nice and wide apart. You can't really see it, but I've got a sticky mat. There's that, the pink part of the sticky mat, so that my feet aren't going to slip. If they slip, you could actually tear a muscle, so stay safe. So let's use the book. Press the book onto the low back. That's right over my sacrum. I'm going to press my hands either onto the book, or if you've got a tissue box or a block, you're going to have them out to the side. I've got a little bit more room because it's so skinny. Turn your toes out. You should be able to glide fairly comfortably. And before we do anything, let's lift the chest and squeeze elbows together. Take a deep breath in, lift up the chest. And as you breathe out, coming into our wide goddess squat. Take another breath in. Breathing out. A little hold here. We're going to start to lean forward. So, where does it feel good for your body? I've got a little bit of pressure, pressing my hands onto the book so that I can roll back those shoulders. And now I'm going to start pressing hips apart. Notice that my knees aren't bending any more than they were before. It's all from the hip. And I'm trying to keep a flat back. In one hand, take your book, your block, your tissue box, and let's have a little bit of a press here. So, feeling for a really flat back, not bent, not curved, nice and flat. We're going to take a little breath here, lifting up. Press down on your prop. On your next out breath. And swap. Breathing in. Keep looking down. If you've got really lots and lots of room to work with, breathing out. You might consider looking up. I haven't got too much rotation. It feels awkward. So I'm going to just put my head down, go back to feeling that lovely back, breathing out. Have you got any more room in the knees? Can you squeeze glutes, guiding the knees out, just with muscles? Breathing in and breathing out. Place your prop down on the floor. Take your toes and make them point forward along the wide edge of your mat. Keeping the knees as bent or as straight as feels comfortable. For me, that's just a little bit too much. I would need my prop back again to make that feel better for me. So I'm going to do away with the prop, bend the knees forward, and I can get a really, really good stretch. One hand down, breathing in, and hold here and take a couple of breaths. Try breathing in and out through the nose. That's really super tough. One more breath in, and when you're ready, breathe out. Let's try that all on the other side. Around about 3 breaths. About 1 more breath. And breathing out. Well done. See if there's any more room. The softness that you've created. I've got a lot more room in my low back, So now I'm going to try straightening my legs a little bit more, making it more of a leg stretch than a low back stretch. While you're here, imagine tucking the tummy in and up towards the spine. So we're not just sort of dropped forward doing nothing. And when you're ready, take a knee down. And coming into your favourite seated position. Those of you who have done yoga with me know that I'm not really a fan of sitting cross legs, so I will be sitting cross legs. I like kneeling. Maybe you should start off kneeling a little bit. Maybe it would feel really nice to just relax down on your back. Wherever you are, I'm going to spend just a moment or two just settling the mind. We've been working the body, believe it or not. And so now we're just going to tune in and notice the feelings of having worked out. I'm going to sound a little bell. It's a little ringing bell. And I want you to just close your eyes, and all you have to do is notice and count how many times I ring the bell. So let's begin. Here's bell number 1. You ready? Now each time you hear that ringing sound, remind yourself to just breathe out and relax. Close your eyes, wait up, and let's have a go. Relax. Relax the breath. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax. Relax the breath. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax the torso, chest, tummy, sides of the waist, your back. Just relax. Relax. Relaxing the head, your throat, shoulders and arms. Relaxing the chest, the tummy, sides of the waist. Relax your back. Relax. Relax. Relax the breath. Relax the head and the throat. Relaxing shoulders, arms. Relaxing the torso, front and back. Relaxing hips and legs. Relaxing the whole body. So that's the end of our session today. Hopefully, found that a little bit of a challenge and just a little bit of relaxation as well. And so let's all breathe in now. Lift up the arms, place them down into your heart, not into the heart space. Namaste. And we'll see you next time.